Today I'm going to be showing you my Timelord deck profile. So I run 3 Time Maiden. Time Maiden's effect. If I control the monsters, I can special summon it. Then I contribute it to add a Timelord to my hand. Then I can banish this from the graveyard to special out Timelord for my hand or deck. Moving on to the next. 3 Michian. If this card attacks or is attacked, half your opponent's life points. And this cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. 3 Zephian. When this card attacks, shuffles all spells and trap cards your opponent controls. Next one. Lazian. When this card attacks, shuffles all your opponent's graveyard back into the deck, and when they draw, they take a 1000 burn damage. Camion. When this card attacks, it burns your opponent for 500, returns the card back to your opponent's hand. Meteon, the Timelord. When this card attacks, returns all monsters your opponent controls and they take 300 points of damage for each one. Rathian, the Timelord. If this card attacks, your opponent takes the damage instead of you. So if, say, for 2500k beat stick, you attack it, they take the damage. Gabrian. If this card attacks, shuffles everything back into your opponent's deck, all their cards, and they draw the same amount of cards. Sandion. You can normal summon this card if your opponent draws a card and you don't. But during the end phase when this card attacked, the opponent loses 2000 life points. Cephalon. I can normal summon this card when I have 10 or more Time Lords in my graveyard, and I can bring back 1 fairy type from my graveyard and its effects are negated. I have Darklord Superbia, because when this is revived from the graveyard, I can special out a fairy type from my graveyard. Then, in case of any emergencies, I run 3 Swift Scarecrow. Moving on to the spells. So, you've got 2 advanced draws. So, if we have 2 Time Lords on the field and we don't need one of them, tribute this to draw 2 cards. Dark Hole. This doesn't affect the Time Lords, but it affects your opponent. Just blows their whole field. Bound Creator. This is a field spell meant for Time Lords. It stops them from being destroyed by battle and card effects, so moving on. 1 Reborn, because you want to revive a monster from grave. Raigeki will hurt your opponent really badly if they have like a full board. A trade-in for Darklord Superbia, because it's level 8 and draw 2. Book of Moon. If your monster brings out a beat stick, just flip it face down. Darklord Contact, to bring back Darklord Superbia from the graveyard. Forged Burial. Well, we all know what this does. Send 1 from deck to grave. Moving on to the traps. I run 2 empty machines. Because their effect, discard 1 level 10 to draw a card. Then I can put 1 Time Lord from my graveyard and shuffle it back into my deck. Then set 1 infinite machine. And I'll run 2 of them. And infinite machine does during main phase special out 1 Time Lord from your hand, or then you can target 1 Time Lord monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then you can set 1 infinite light. And I have 2. Now this is an OP card for one of your Time Lords if it's out, and it just helps. So what it does is activate this card by sending infinite machine to the graveyard. If this face up card cannot be destroyed by battle where opponent's card effects, neither player can target Time Lord monsters with cards you control by card effect, or return Time Lord monsters to your deck, and it's like really good. Next one. I use a Drowning Mirror Force if I have nothing in my hand to have this face down. Just shuffle all cards back into your opponent's deck. Run 1 Solemn Warning, because the effect, just pay 2,000 life points to negate a summon or something like it. A spell trap is activated. Moving on to the extra deck. Two Super Dreadnoughts, because of the burn damage, 2,000, attach one. One Super Dora, which does, once per turn, during your player's turn, you can attach one Xyz material from this card, then target one face-up monster on the field, and it makes one of your cards unaffected. Next one. This one, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Yugioh Libel, I'm not sure how to say it. And you can attach one material from this against 2,000 attack points and make this 6,000 beat stick. Moving on. One super dimensional robot Galaxy Destroyer. So this is a 5k beat stick and you need 3 level 10s for it. So you have 2 of them from Time Maiden. You have Foolish Burial, send a Time Lord, and play Reborn to revive it. Then Xyz into this. And what this does is attach one material, Xyz material from this card, destroy all +1 trap cards your opponent controls. Your opponent controller cannot activate spell traps in response to this card's activation. So it's quite an OP card. Moving on to the last card of my extra deck. Number 35, Ravenous Tarantula. So if your opponent loses life points from Michian, you can overlay this with 2 of your Michians. Your opponent's on 2,000 life points. Overlay this in your main phase 2, and this will be a 6k beat stick. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.